Badland Hunters is a 2024 South Korean dystopian action post-apocalyptic film which was released and is an original Netflix production on January 26, 2024 on Netflix. The film runs for 107 minutes long and it stars Ma Dong-seok or Don Lee, and it tells the story in a post-apocalyptic Seoul, Korea after an earthquake happens. Now this, and I did not know this film is a sequel to Concrete Utopia, and which kind of takes place and takes up the story and after the transformation of Seoul into an apocalyptic wasteland. The character of Nam Sun is kind of a relentless wasteland hunter. He hunts and he does certain things and he protects people. Not only that, we have Nam Sun's trusted partner, who is Choi Ji-won, and kind of it's very interesting. The movie is really, really forward with action and it gets the point across to an extent. Now, the movie starts off where we see a doctor doing experiments on sort of reptiles. We don't know what that experiment is, and he's trying to save his daughter, but then the police or the government come in, they shut him down. As they're doing that, there is an earthquake, and then he falls like literally 100 stories down, and evidently you think he dies. From then on, we are introduced to other characters in this film as Suna, who is a bold girl who is kidnapped by Jisoo. Jisoo is the doctor who is holding these experiments. Her and her grandmother are taken to so-called this apartment, which is where the newfound people live, and it's kind of a dictatorship. And Jisoo is kind of holding experiments on young adolescents or teenagers in order to kind of help his daughter come back to life. So he has like this Frankenstein mindset, and all the truth unravels, and it's really, really interesting. What really stands out is the action sequences, which is just in your face. Don Lee is known for being the biggest South Korean action star there is, and it just shows what he can do. I mean, I didn't know that this film was a sequel to a previous film. I mean, it's very rare where you watch a sequel, you don't know what's happening, you kind of put two and two together. But not only that, the twist of what this experiment is, how these people are surviving, why water is a necessity, why clean water is a necessity, and what happens when you separate parents and children, and how everything is going. The aspect of Nam Sun as a wasteland hunter, just doing his thing and is doing his deed and just fighting people barehanded. You could say Don Lee kind of plays the same character in every action film he is in or in South Korea, but this is very different. He's relentless, he's in your face, it's fun. The knife fights, the sword fights, the machete fights, the aspect of how the gun hits the wall, the blast, and how when the character of Nam Sun is shooting a shotgun, you get that trajectory of the actual characters blown back. Not like here in American action movies where they shoot you with a shotgun and you just fall or explode. Kind of the South Koreans know what they're doing behind the science of weaponry or gun fu for that matter. The ending of the film takes place in this apartment complex, and it's really, really good. It's really interesting. You have different characters in it and what's going on and what's happening, and it's just a fun ride. I mean, I love Don Lee as an actor, and seeing him as an action star is great. I do love dystopian post-apocalyptic action films, and knowing that South Korea always is good with their films or TV shows, this is one to really, really check out. This is high on my watch list, and I definitely will watch this, the original or the first part to a Concrete Utopia, to see how everything happens and what the aspect is, because it's just really, really interesting to see the aspect and how everything transpires in a way. So for me, Badland Hunters gets 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Badland Hunters. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the action, the story, and how do you think that this stands up as a sequel? Have you seen the original, the first movie? Have you seen this film on Netflix? And do you like that South Korea is putting out amazing content like South Korean films, TV shows? And what is your favorite Don Lee movie or Ma Dong-seok movie? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and also let me know what rating you would give Badland Hunters, and be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. I'm Mr. Filmstock, and thank you so much for tuning in. 감사합니다.